Welcome to another episode of Sports with Ed. In this episode, I'm going to be discussing the U.S. Open tennis tournament and what's been going on with that so far on both the men's and the ladies' sides. Also, I will talk a little bit about the upcoming BMW Championship this weekend, as well as the Kentucky Derby that'll be held on Saturday. Start this segment off, though, U.S. Open. It's had no fans, of course, because of the coronavirus. I thought it'd be interesting, or it would be interesting to see who would participate and who wouldn't. Not surprising, of course, on the men's side that Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal decided not to participate. Just like I said before, I wasn't surprised that Novak Djokovic decided to participate. I will come back to that in a minute, but leading off this segment, I want to talk about Coco Gauff losing her first round match on Monday. It seems like to me in the year and a half or so that Coco Gauff has been a professional tennis player, there's been a lot of pressure put on her. And I think she felt that playing her first round match on Monday for sure. I mean, she had 12 double faults, and she was playing a player that had lost 8 of her 9 matches this year. Not typical of Coco Gauff, but I think the expectations are so high for her right now by people that she's putting too much pressure on herself. And I think what people need to realize is, and I truly believe this, that she is not the second coming of Venus or Serena Williams. At least not yet. And bear in mind, Serena Williams is one of the best female tennis players, if not one of the best tennis players to ever play. So that is a lot of pressure for a 16-year-old female for sure. Now, to compare her to Venus Williams, I think would be a little more fair because her body type resembles her a bit more, and that lowers the expectations, hopefully, a bit. But the thing is, and what people need to realize is, she hasn't even been to a semifinal yet. And I believe she hasn't even been to a quarterfinal in a major. So, while I can understand expectations being high and Americans are excited to have the next Venus or Serena Williams, I just don't put Coco Gauff in that category. Serena Williams is a very, very special tennis player, and for about a 5-year period, so was Venus. But that does not mean Coco Gauff is the next coming of her, by any means. Any more so than Chanda Rubin was, who ended up having a very good career. And Lori McNeil had some highlights, including upsetting Steffi Graf in the first round of Wimbledon one year. So I think it's important to lower the expectations in that regard. Also, American Taylor Townsend got upset in her first round match. All the top seeds, however, advanced. But unfortunately, including Serena Williams, however, unfortunately, Venus Williams lost her first round match as well. And just speak a little bit on that. At 40 years old, I really believe, if I didn't state it before, that it's time for Venus Williams to hang it up. And it may very well be close to the time for her sister to retire as well. Not that I'm trying to push them off the scene, but there aren't too many tennis players that play at that age, for sure, especially on the ladies' side. It'll be interesting to see what happens going forward, certainly, and especially with no fans. However, the wind still very well could be a factor there, and you can't rule that out by any means. In the next segment, I'll be discussing the men's side and what happened to the top American men's tennis players, especially John Isner and Jack Sock. Stay tuned on Ed's Sports Channel.